So, just today, a few hours ago, this disturbing video pops up on Reddit right here. I hear that it took place in Australia, although you may not want to quote me on that because I'm not exactly sure. It's just, it's a brand new video. Everybody's just started seeing it as of a couple of hours ago. People are stating that it was filmed on an Australia beach, but really it doesn't matter. In this video, this girl right here, I think she's an Asian woman, with her friend are sunbathing on a public beach. They got the blanket laid out, they're in the bathing suits, enjoying a nice sunny day on the beach, and this woman in question, I think she's an Asian woman, was wearing a nice small thong, I believe it's a thong bikini, and some creep comes up behind her with a camera in his hand and just decides to take it upon himself to hover no more than 3 inches away from her ass, filming her without her even knowing that he's there. Near the beginning of this video, she and her friend finally discover this creep she does not know, who does not know her or the friend, hovering over her ass with a camera 3 inches away from her butthole, and get startled, which is the point where she gets up and doesn't even get as nasty as I would have gotten, or probably any of you would have gotten if this happened to you. And she starts begging him. You could see her pleading in her eyes. She doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know why he's filming. Even if she does know why, she doesn't know where this video is going to go. It's the age of the internet. You don't know where he's going to put it, who he's going to show it to, what real purpose he's filming her for. All she knows is that the strange man is right there up her ass with a camera. She starts begging him, delete the video. Why are you filming? What the hell are you doing? And this guy made a specific point of repeating to her, I have the right to film in public. It's a public beach. I have the right to film. I can film what I want. I have the right. I have the right. You don't have the right to ask me this. You don't have the right to tell me not to film. You don't have the right to tell me to go away. I can go wherever I want. I can film whatever I want. No, I'm not going to delete the vid. I don't have to delete the vid. And while you could hear the sexual excitement in his voice, while he's pointedly telling her there's nothing you can do about it, he's panning up and down her body. She is getting uncomfortable. This video went on for at least 3 or 4 minutes after she noticed him hovering up above her. She and her friend noticed him. And you can tell she feels incredibly threatened, incredibly uncomfortable. She starts crossing her arms. She's adjusting her bathing suit. She clearly is very uncomfortable, wants him to walk away. She says, delete the film and walk away. No, I don't have to delete the film. It's public. I can film whatever I want. And while he's saying this, he's panning up and down her body, zooming in on her lower bikini area, trying to zoom in on her breasts that he can't get a good shot of because now she's crossing her arms and she's covering herself. And witnesses, people who are noticing what's going on, you can hear a guy's voice off camera trying to plead with him as well, not even getting nasty, not even threatening to take that camera and toss it into the fucking ocean. Hey man, shut the camera off. Hey man, get the hell away from them. They don't want you here. Get away from them. No, the creep says, I can film wherever I want. I can film whatever I want. I can go wherever I want. I have a camera, so it's okay. This guy seems to believe that so long as there's a camera in his hand, he can stalk, harass, leer. He can be a public nuisance. He can make other people uncomfortable. He can get uncomfortably close. And in case anybody has forgotten, I must remind you that just not even a week ago, I think it was like a week ago, we had that video all over Reddit. It was all over TikTok, I think it was everywhere, of the little douchebag who was trying to score internet points by walking around on a public beach and having himself or his friend film him asking random people stupid questions. I think the video that got the most, the video that got the most hits was a video of him walking up to a couple on the beach and asking the woman if the guy sitting next to her was her gay friend. And it was her husband. And the husband got so pissed off at the little douchebags being annoying that he took his camera or his mic or whatever the hell it was. It was a $600 piece of equipment. We know it's a $600 piece of equipment because the little douchebag was whining about the fact it was a $600 piece of equipment after said husband tossed that motherfucker into the ocean. He grabbed the phone or the mic or whatever he was using away from him, tossed it right the fuck into the ocean. Douchebag tried to fake cry over it like it was part of the bit, but he was pissed off because the little douchebag called the cops. And what did the cops do? They kicked the little douchebag and his friend off of the beach. Didn't matter that it was a public beach. It didn't matter that he had the right to film. He was being a public nuisance. He was disturbing the peace. He was causing problems for peaceful beachgoers. And so he got kicked the hell off of the beach with his friend. The cops didn't care about his missing equipment. They didn't care about his $600 microphone or whatever the hell it was. Anyway, I had to make this video because already it hasn't been 2 or 3 hours since this video popped up. And the comments are filled with insults and misogynistic douchebags blaming her, blaming the victim, and praising this guy. Anyway, I'll show you myself.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can.
Can you please delete it?
No.
Please delete it.
No.
Please delete it.
No.
That's not good. That's not allowed. I'm sorry, but
Actually, it is.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, it is.
That's disgusting and perverted.
Okay.
I think you should delete it. I don't allow you to have me on the camera.
I don't need your permission.
Yes, you do, because it's
No,
my
I don't.
face and it's my body.
It's a public place, and I don't need your permission.
But you're not allowed to, like, film my body.
Well,
That's
I am.
disgusting and perverted.
I am.
Can you please delete my photo and my
No.
friend's photo?
No,
Why not?
I don't want to.
What are you gonna use it for? That's disgusting. You do know that. That's disgusting behavior.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to delete my photo.
Already very disturbing. She turned over her shoulder and stared at him for a second. Normally, that's the universal symbol from a woman to stop doing what the fuck you're doing and walk away. She notices you. Usually at that moment, it means the jig is up. If you don't know her, if she doesn't know you, if she's not familiar with you or comfortable with you, go the fuck away, you fucking creep. After a few seconds of that look, she figured, this guy is a fucking creep, and he's such a fucking creep, he's not gonna leave me alone. And you could hear it. You could hear the smug satisfaction in his voice as he tells her, no, I don't have to. I don't have to stop filming. I don't have to. This guy's like ready to explode in his pants before the video is over. I don't care what anybody says. The video is being filmed for sexual purposes. And it gets worse as you keep watching. But that's why he was filming. He chose this woman, and he got right up her ass with that camera. She saw him. He knew she was watching him. Didn't take the hint. Didn't walk away. And he's very, very pleased with himself to let her know, to make a specific point of telling her he's got a camera in his hand, so there's nothing she can do about it. He has the right to film in public. This guy seems to believe that because so long as he has a camera in his hand, he can violate anybody he wants. And again, the TikTok video, the douchebag with the $600 camera or microphone or whatever that got chucked into the beach because he asked people dumb questions. But people are defending this guy. Look, I also have the right to film in public. I have the right to stand on a sidewalk or on a public beach. I can take pictures. I can take film shots. I can do all that shit. Now, if I get 3 inches away from a scared girl's asshole and hover the camera there, and then proceed to take close-up panning shots of her covered bikini covered areas, let's say, that is no longer just about my right to have a camera in public. I am specifically singling out a person for targeted harassment. If I had the right to film in public and I was doing that shit to somebody's 4-year-old, what do you think would happen to me? What do you think the cops would say if somebody inevitably called the cops? What do you think the witnesses would tell them? I would probably end up arrested. or somebody would throw my camera right the fuck into the ocean. And then the cops would bar me from that public beach, because public beach for me is also public beach for everybody else. And this girl, she has the right to be on a public beach in a bathing suit, enjoying some time with her friend. She is entitled to enjoy being on a beach in a bathing suit without being harassed, without being stalked, without some creep leering over her. Leering is sexual harassment. Shoving a camera up somebody's ass is sexual harassment. That goes beyond your right to film in public. Your right to have a camera in public. And these people, they're blaming her. They just don't fucking get it. Well, let's go on.
I mean, what I'm doing is illegal, so
Why are you
no.
filming me and my...
Stop filming my
Can
best
you
friend.
please? That's disgusting, dude.
That's just... No, delete it and walk away.
Delete it and walk away. That's disgusting, dude.
What I'm doing is illegal, so no.
That's fucking gross.
Okay, it's illegal, so
That's
Stop
gross.
it. What are you doing
That's
right now?
embarrassing. Come on.
I don't care, honestly.
Well, you should care because it's other people's bodies.
I don't care.
That's disgusting. And you're still filming. That's
I am.
embarrassing for you.
Okay?
Delete it.
No,
Why not?
because I don't have to.
Yes, you do. It's my body.
What? Be a man and delete it, bro.
That's disgusting, dude. That's literally awful.
Don't wait, night. Fuck off.
No, you fuck off. Literally, what the fuck?
What are you even gonna use it for? Like, are you okay?
Can you just walk away? Just walk away. Just walk away.
Just 1 minute.
What are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
This is embarrassing.
Just 1 minute, he says. Walk away. Just 1 minute. The guy comes in to try to protect her, and the guy filming, fuck off, get out of my shot. I'm almost finished. It's probably what he should have said. And you mean to tell me that this does not constitute disturbing the peace, harassment, sexual harassment, leering, which are crimes? Public nuisance. Jesus, I tell ya. Douchebag gets his shit thrown in the ocean, thrown off the beach by cops because he pissed off some woman's husband by asking a dumb, obnoxious question. But people are actually defending this. They are blaming the woman. I like how this MFer pans the shot down. He is right. It could be considered lewd conduct, but filming in and of itself is not against the law. If a person's body isn't provocative, then filming their body can't be lewd. That's my entire point. Okay, if a person's body is not provocative and filming them isn't lewd, why would you be immediately arrested and charged as a sex offender if you're caught filming people in a shower? If people's bodies are not wrong, and so filming them isn't lewd, why would you be arrested and charged with a sex offense for filming in a gym locker room? or filming in places anyone would expect privacy or would be nude or in any stage of undress, or filming where you don't have permission to film somebody's body. Yeah, of course, we've all seen people in bathing suits on the beach. We know that you can film on a public beach. It's a whole different thing to hover inches over a woman's ass. Then say, oh, I have the right to film. Pan up and down her fucking body. There is nobody, no court, I hope she sues him. Actually, with this video going viral now, I give it maybe a week, not even, before they catch him and they arrest him because he in fact did commit crimes. Leering is sexual harassment. Shoving a camera up somebody's ass is sexual harassment. Being in a public setting, having a camera in your hand is not some loophole like he seems to think it is. There are many, many women on that beach. There's a lot of women on the beach. There's a woman right off behind to his right that's there with her whole family. Why isn't he shoving the camera up her ass? Why do you think he chose this woman to film? If he has the right to film, which means in his mind, he has the right to shove the camera up the ass of any person he wants, why is he choosing this woman? Not taking the camera off of her. Why isn't he doing it to any other woman on the beach? Why doesn't he walk up to another random woman and try it with her? Maybe the one with her husband standing there, since he has the right to film and he doesn't care what anybody says. Why not? Because this is clearly a video he's taking for sexual purposes. This is a video he's taking of a woman he's chosen. He doesn't want to film just any woman. He doesn't want to film in just any public area. He specifically went to that beach where women are in bathing suits, found the hot one that he really thought had a luscious bod, and then, well, it's public. I got a camera. I'm going to shove it right up her fucking thong. And she's by herself. She's alone with another small female friend. No husband, no boyfriend, no group of people. I'm golden. I can do whatever the fuck I want. There's nothing she can do to protect herself against me. He would never try that shit with the woman with the husband. He would never try that shit if these two girls were with a group of friends. The one guy got involved and he got fucking angry. He started screaming at him. It was ruining his moment. It was ruining this awesome footage he was able to capture. It was just his luck. He found a chick that he thought was hot enough and alone enough, unable to defend herself, that he could do this. And another random guy that isn't even with her throws a monkey wrench into his little scheme and he gets angry. You have the right to film, don't you? So why don't you laugh and smugly tell that man, no, I have the right to film. I can do what I want. Why are you getting angry? Why are you getting angry? The second a guy comes in and tells you to shut that thing off and get out. She's saying she wants people to look at her but not record her. Mixed signals. The right to film is to be protected. It's crucial to safety and justice. You'd go to jail for assault if you pepper sprayed him. He isn't harassing her or doing anything illegal. Dude, it's technically legal. When you show your ass in public, don't be surprised if people look at it, film it, fantasize about it, and judge it. Of course. Oh my God, I hate incel fucking creeps. That's the first thing they jump to. All of a sudden, it's like you got these creeps. All of a sudden, they're all about how important it is to have the right to film in public. Half of these dolts, it's all about how important the right to film in public is. This one dude, he actually mentions safety and like protecting yourself. Safety and protecting yourself. How is getting 3 inches away from this girl's asshole helping with safety in any way? It sure as hell isn't safe for her. I'll tell you that much. When you show your ass in public. Here's why you have some issues. She's not showing her ass. She's on a beach in a bathing suit relaxing with her friend. Go ahead and check it out. Fantasize about it. Film it even. From a safe distance. A camera in your hand is not a loophole to leering over a woman pointing at 3 inches from her butthole. That is literally textbook sexual harassment. She does not know this man. He used right to film as a springboard to continually pointing a recording device at her genital area. For what purpose, she doesn't know. That is grounds for her rightfully feeling threatened, and obviously he posted it online. There is no court in the country that is going to ever believe this video was not taken for sexual purposes. And when she is being harassed and targeted for unwanted sexual purposes, he has committed a crime. Holding a camera doesn't change that. Cunt moved to repost this. Yeah. So it's your fantasy that if somebody defend themselves from harassment, they would be the ones to go to jail while the harassing perv goes free with a smug look on his face, right? He isn't harassing her or doing anything illegal. All the technically legal pervs are ready to hop out of the woodwork. At what point does this cross over into sexual harassment? Do women being objectified just have to put up with this because filming is legal? No! That's the whole fucking point. That's the part that people, these fucking incel weirdos, these misogynistic creeps are not understanding. Like I said, I can film in public too. So can anyone. How about I get some fucking big ass dude with a hard on for you to show up when you're sitting on the beach, sit right fucking across from you and start filming shots of your shorts or trying to look up your shorts. What would you do if a dude sat down and started doing that to you? What would you do if anybody did that to you? You'd get pissed. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't care if he said, I have the right to film. Fine, you have the right to film. You can film from more than 10 feet away from me. Don't get in my space. Don't point your camera at my whatever. I don't know what the fuck you're using this for. I don't know what the hell you're doing. And I know you don't care. You don't care because you have a camera in your hand and you're in public and you say it's legal. Legal means you can film. Legal means take pictures. Don't get in my space. Don't leer at me. Do not try to get the camera as close as possible to my genital areas and say I can do this because I have the right to film in public. You have the right to film passersby. You have the right to film anybody else on this beach. You chose me. You are coming specifically up to me. You are in my space. You are leering at me. I am telling you, get away from me. I am telling you, I'm uncomfortable. Stop staring at me. Get the fuck away from me. All of that is textbook sexual harassment. And I'm sure that would constitute disturbing the peace or being a public nuisance. It may even encompass stalking. All of which is criminal behavior. And think of sexual harassment for a minute. Sexual harassment is if your boss brushes against you and you don't think it was by accident. You would have a case for sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is if somebody makes sex jokes around you. And even if you give them the benefit of the doubt and you say, I don't feel comfortable with that, I don't want you making sex jokes, and they continue to do so, you have a case for sexual harassment. And they're still blaming her. And notice how they all say, well, she's showing off her body. She's the one that chose to be in a bikini. She's the one that chose to show half her ass. She's the one that chose to... She's on the fucking beach. She's in a bathing suit. That is the appropriate time and place to wear a bikini. You see, she's not walking up to you and shoving her ass 3 inches from your face. She's minding her own business on a public beach. Public means open for her and her purposes just as much as it is for you. She has the right to lie on a beach in a bathing suit without being leered at, without being followed, without a camera shoved up her ass. And again, there's tons of other women on that beach. Why did he specifically choose her? He has the right to film. He can do what he wants. Why isn't he bothering that woman with her husband? Why isn't he filming guys' asses? Why did he choose her? He's targeting her. That's what it is. And if douchebag almighty from a week ago can have a very, very bad day, getting a $600 piece of equipment shoved into the ocean and then told by the cops, too bad, then this woman literally could have pepper sprayed this guy. She could have beaten the shit out of him. She could have taken his phone and thrown it into the ocean. And I guess there would be nothing that he can do about it because she's defending herself from a sexual predator. Showing off her body. That's how they look at it. They don't look at it as a woman on a beach in a bathing suit. In a bathing suit because she's on a beach. On a beach, which is where you're supposed to wear a bathing suit. Minding her own business. They don't tell overweight women that they're showing off their bodies. They don't talk about that woman with her kids and her husband showing off their bodies. They don't talk about the men in shorts and Speedos showing off their bodies. This woman was showing off her body. They're blaming her for the same reason that this guy is a sex offender. Okay, it's not about the bathing suit. It's not about the fact that she's on a beach. It's about the fact that she's a hot chick in a bikini. She gets them rock fucking hard. But you can't touch. And you wouldn't try to speak to her because you're all pathetic insults anyway. So she deserves whatever she gets. That's how they see it. A bathing suit is not a problem, but this girl is showing off her body, so she's asking for it. It's not about the bathing suit. It's about the body in the bathing suit. They think it's very attractive. So they're bothered by the idea that she would get angry at somebody leering at her, which is not looking. Stop saying he's just looking. There's a difference. He wasn't just looking. He was leering over her. Textbook sexual harassment, textbook sex crime. And they know there's a difference. They just don't care. Number one, even if he has the right to film, she has the right to be in a bathing suit on the same public beach without a stranger's camera up her butt. Two, if he's so confident in his rights to film, why would he be arguing the point? He would just take advantage of that right to film without an explanation, since apparently he doesn't need one. Number three, the second she told him to stop, he should have stepped away from her. He was crossing a line. He could easily film from 10 feet away or 40 feet away. Again, he has the right to film in public, so why doesn't he just pull out a blanket and sit down and film the chicks from afar? Why didn't he do that? Why is he right up her ass? Is it because he just loves to film and he has the right to film? Or he wants an excuse to get some jerk-off material on the assumption or the hope that because that camera's in his hand and you have the right to film in public, that he's like completely off the hook. Completely disrespect her. completely ignore. She's very uncomfortable. Doesn't care. Because in his mind, right to film means it's a key to committing sex crimes against women. He just needs that camera in his hand, and he can do whatever he wants to her. Four, his right to film does not trump someone's right not to be stalked, harassed, leered at, or made to feel in a threat at any way. This woman was harassed, leered at, and felt threat. She has the right to be on the beach in a bathing suit without him. 5, he wasn't just doing what his right was. He was making a point to tell her he could come as close as possible to any strange woman on that public beach with a camera. He seems to think so long as he's not touching her, he's in the clear. That is wrong. The TikToker now this is important. He can go ahead and whine to the cops all he wants if he got his device destroyed. What do you think is going to happen when all the witnesses tell them what's on the phone? In fact, something tells me this guy would not want the police involved. After going on about his rights, she should have taken the matter into her own hands and smashed all that shit. That's exactly what I would do. And I'm telling you, if there was just somebody on the beach somewhere, looking, that means looking, not leering. Or taking pictures and we're in public, who cares? Something like this, especially after that TikTok video, or actually, I don't even care. I don't even care. Let the law do what they want to do to me. I would either pepper spray him or I'd grab the phone and either toss it into the ocean or I'd beat him over the head with it. No means no. Even if you have the right, no means no. That doesn't just mean sex. That means anything that makes me uncomfortable as a woman. She was clearly uncomfortable. She clearly felt threatened. That's the most disturbing thing of all here. So long as he thinks he's given the right to do it, or he can use some right as a loophole to doing this shit to people, he doesn't care who he's bothering. He doesn't care how uncomfortable the women are getting. He doesn't care how nasty he's being. He doesn't care how much of a creep he comes across as. He doesn't care about her rights or her safety or her dignity or her reservations or her choices. So long as he thinks he can get away with it, he's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants. What she wants, what she cares about, means nothing to him. That's another reason I want to put money on this. I want to take bets that he is found and his own video, like all of these fucking losers, his own video is going to do him in. I want to put money, take a parlay pool or something, on the fact that within a week, maybe 2 weeks, they are going to identify this guy, they're going to arrest him, and they're going to charge him with crimes. The most disturbing thing is his complete lack of respect, just plain respect and decency. There is a difference between, I saw a video recently where this guy was taking, I think he was doing a film or a local commercial. I'm not sure exactly what it was. He was out on a sidewalk at a plaza, a shopping plaza, taking film of the storefronts from the outside. This big fat fucking Karen comes out of one of the shops and starts screaming and bitching at him. She doesn't want to be filmed. You can't film people coming in and out of the shop. Oh my God, what are you doing filming? And this guy told her very politely and simply, I have every right to film. It's public. I have a stationary camera. I am not filming anybody in particular. It is the front of a store. And she went on and on with this guy. She felt personally threatened because he was filming. And I believe in that video, the cops got involved and told her, leave him the fuck alone. He has the right to film. And yeah, it is a public sidewalk. And on a public sidewalk, I'm telling you to get the fuck away from him. I'm telling you to leave here in public because you are disturbing the peace. You are harassing this man. Same thing from a different direction. Now, this guy filming in public is legal, so he's filming shots of storefronts. He's not filming anyone in particular. He's not following anyone. But he wasn't 3 inches away from a girl's ass. Because if he was, it would have gone a lot different. When it goes into harassing, stalking people, sexual harassment, invading space, getting too close for comfort, causing what could be interpreted as a direct threat, or targeting people. This woman was targeted. Again, 50 different reasons what he did was wrong. And smugly, giddily, creepily saying, no, it's in public. I have the right to film. I have the right to film. I feel uncomfortable. I don't care. I have the right. I have the right. So, it's just 50 different things wrong with it. All kinds of shit wrong with it. I don't care what any incel creep wants to say. He's guilty. He did cross the line. You also have freedom of speech too. You have freedom of speech, but are you allowed to yell fire in a crowded theater when there is no fire? Are you allowed to make death threats against people that you don't like? Are you allowed to tell people that you are going to kill them or you are going to stalk them? Are you allowed to make 50 phone calls a day to somebody's home? Freedom of speech, right? No. Freedom of speech means in general, against your government, against politicians or policies or laws, or speaking your mind on certain subjects, writing a book, creating art and expecting it to go uncensored. That's freedom of speech. threats and harassment are crossing the line. Yeah, it's speech. Yeah, it's conveying your opinion. It's not allowed. Guess what, asshole? It's illegal. When you make threats, when you stalk people, when you harass people, I don't care what the fuck you think about freedom of speech. That's the point where it crosses a line. It's not freedom of speech anymore. It's a crime because you are directly targeting and actively harming or threatening another person. They also have rights. That's how that shit works. This is disturbing because this is nothing but a bunch of misogynistic incel creeps who want to blame the hot woman for jerk off material that this creep has managed to get, because otherwise they wouldn't have this material. In their minds, this woman is only good for the luscious bod. And if you can't have her, then why not take advantage of getting as close as you can by filming her ass, filming her breast area and her genital area, getting as close as you can possibly come, when any chance with somebody like her, or with her in particular, would be out of the question. They idolize this motherfucker. Without people like him, what would they have to look at? And if she doesn't like it, that's her fault. This is a punishment for her, in fact, because she would dare go out on a beach wearing a bikini like that, knowing that her body is so hot. What does she expect? She's wearing a string bikini. I should be able to get a piece of that. That's what it's all about. And that only further proves the point that he is a fucking sex offender. That he did cross the line. That he committed a crime. All going into politics. It's so important to film. I bet if I go back into these guys' histories, they'll be on all the fucking cop videos defending police, crossing the line with people for filming them in public. These people vote. This is the type of garbage this country and other countries clearly have a big problem with. Like I said, when talking about other subjects, you gotta fucking nip this shit in the bud right away. You gotta set these people straight. How much you want to bet that if these guys were on that beach, they wouldn't be doing the exact same thing? All the stars aligned for this guy. Hot woman, alone, no husband, no boyfriend, no group, no witnesses, and he's there with a camera. 'Cause it's public. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be public for her to break your face. Anyway, I had to get, oh God, I talk too much. I had to get this shit out there. This type of shit just makes my blood boil. I hope this woman goes after him. I hope the witnesses go after him. I hope they find him quick, if they haven't already, and arrest him on public indecency. There are some assholes here that are trying to call her indecent, like she invited this shit. No, he's the indecent one. If this is in Australia and they have public indecency laws, this asshole would definitely be guilty of public indecency. It's indecent for him to shove a camera up a strange woman's ass, who, just like him, has every right to that beach without harassment or stalking. I hope they get him on public indecency, disturbing the peace, harassment, stalking. They also don't know where he put this video. I do believe there are some very strict laws when it comes to privacy and advertising sex involving people who did not give their permission. I happen to know it's definitely a law in the United States. If this guy is found to have posted this video on any type of porn site, he's in for a world of hurt. Anyway, I'll see you all for RE4 later.